the show.
Thank you, Titi.
All right, so the best way to wrap up the year when it comes to nutrition is to plan what we're going to be eating next year. So they say, okay, we shouldn't talk about things you should not eat, but this time I really want us to go there and say things that we've probably been eating this year that we should really not be eating anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so before I go into that, can I set a little background to why I'm making today's recommendations?
Okay.
Right. You know, when COVID hit us in 2019, everybody was caught off guard. Yeah. And then it brought into spotlight that our health was actually completely compromised, a lot of people. Yeah. And your foundation is your nutrition. The foundation of your health is your nutrition, such that when you're taking medication, supplements, vaccines and stuff, if the foundation is not right, it's like building in thin air. It's not going to hold. So that is why I'm making recommendations today about being intentional and intelligent about, you know, our food, about what we eat. So quickly going into what we should, I strongly recommend that a lot of things that we consider as staples should actually be removed. And I'm going to walk them through 3 steps, very simple steps that I captioned Eden. So the E is the eliminate, which are the things we want to remove, like your white bread, right, which is made of bleached flour that can be carcinogenic for some people in most cases. You want to remove a refined sugar, refined carbohydrates, all artificial colorings, preservatives, artificial sweeteners, artificial seasonings, caffeine, alcohol. These are things that compromise our health and can also harm our organs, you know. Okay,
so I have to go back over that again. You said white bread because of the bleached flour. So flour, a lot of people don't know that wheat, when it's ground into powder, it actually comes out brown. A lot of people don't know this.
Exactly.
So you're saying the bleached nature of this flour is what makes it so unhealthy.
Exactly. So it contains, so at the end of the day, when they're bleaching, they use chlorine and bromide, which makes, these are carcinogenic substances. So, you know, they are chemicals. And when you, so I'm not saying that if you eat one slice, it's going to compromise you, but they're staples, so we eat them, most people eat them every day, and then you're just stacking the toxins in your system, compromising the health and immunity.
So we find alternatives such as brown bread, and possibly removing bread from as a staple.
Yes, just so my rule of thumb at this stage is think more of things that glow close to the earth. So like 80% of your diet should be made of things. So maybe once in a while you go visiting, they offer you that. You don't want to be rude to your host or hostess. You can take one. But the guiding principle should be 80% of what I'm eating should be wholesome foods that are close to the earth.
All right. Now, artificial coloring. Now, coloring, they all have color codes if you look at the ingredients on a bottle of soda, for instance. Most of the carbonated drinks have coloring
like caramel,
in it. Juice has coloring added to it as well. I know cake. A lot of people like red velvet cake. And now that red velvet cake is actually it's packed full of coloring.
Exactly.
So why is food coloring so bad?
They have also, I think, glycol, propylene glycol or something like that. You know, all these are technical names, but the bottom line is that they affect your kidney functions. Some of them affect your thyroid function. So if one is trying to lose weight, your thyroid is not functioning properly. It's going to, it's going to frustrate the goal. And also, some of them affect your cardiovascular system. Some of them, you know, like distorts the pathways in your body, because our bodies are powered by hormones, and when the hormones are compromised, then it means they are sending distorted messages. So just imagine the brain box of a car, for instance. If it's been compromised, if you are pressing the horn, for instance, maybe the speaker will be blasting or something. So that's what happens when it's compromised. And this is what these harmful foods do to our bodies.
All right. So maybe stick with vanilla cake, which has no coloring in it.
Yeah, you also want to, like, you know, the last time I mentioned that ratios. So you can actually do your homemade bakings yourself. Like my daughter, we were eating bread yesterday, and she was like, oh, maybe we have to start baking our bread now. Because most of the bread out there, they have improvers, they have all sorts of unhealthy
Additives.
substances that are compromising us. So you want to think in ratios, add some help, like maybe you want to bake your bread, you can add flaxseed or chia seeds. That is fiber. Those are omega-3 fatty acids that will help you get rid of the free radicals in your body.
Can we talk a bit about fast food? We have things like donuts that people grab every day, meat pies, and the like. Now, these are all made of the same flour we're talking about, but they're also fried. You gave an acronym, and we started with E. So do we eliminate those as well? We
eliminate them because a lot of them contain phthalates. These are like BPAs that also cause compromise our immune system. They cause inflammations in our system, which is the foundation of most non-communicable diseases like cancer, like stroke, like hypertension and stuff like that. So we have to eliminate them. And so the second stage is the D, which is detoxify. And I'm not talking about the hyped detoxes, fruit cleanses. These are just things that you can do naturally on daily basis.